I'm about to show you how a playing card can be an arrow. We'll use the ace of spades as an arrow, and a spectator would touch our target. For example, this card, the five of hearts. We'll lose the five of hearts in the middle of the deck and watch our arrow. If I just shoot it in the air, it's gonna land right at the target. If you notice, the ace of spades is now underneath one card. This should be the five of hearts.
What's going on, everybody? John Stessel here with Bicycle Cards, and welcome back to Card Class, your go-to resource for learning magic, cardistry, and more. This week on Card Class, we're going to be learning Arrow, a super cool magic trick that allows you to take the ace of spades, launch it into the air, and then land it in the middle of the deck, finding a spectator's card. Let's learn this. Before we teach Arrow and all of its details, it may be beneficial for you to jump back to episode 5 of Card Class and learn the Arrow Spin Flourish. That flourish is the basis of this card trick. However, we're going to jump into the explanation of Arrow right now. In order to learn Arrow, we're going to break it up into two distinct parts. We're first going to learn the Arrow Shot, which is the flourish on how to toss a card into the air and catch it in the middle of the deck. And then we will teach you how to use it in a magic trick to find a spectator's card. Let's learn Arrow. This is your verbal walkthrough for the Arrow Shot. If you have not already, go back to episode 5 of Card Class and learn the Arrow Spin. It's a super easy flourish, but there's a lot of detail there to learn that move. Once you learn the Arrow Spin, you can move on to the Arrow Shot. The basic mechanics are touch the bottom of the ace of spades with your pointer finger, the bottom right corner of the ace of spades closest to the base of the thumb. Then pull the ace of spades and only the ace of spades to the corner of the deck. What you're gonna do with your thumb of your left hand is push down on the corner by the pip, which will cause the card to rotate upward, as you see. What your pointer finger is gonna do now is flick the card up with a lot of upward force. This, accompanied with that twist, is gonna cause the card to shoot in the air. If you practice this enough, you're gonna get really consistent at shooting the card in the air. It may take 10, 15, 100 tries to get it right, but I'm sure you'll be able to get it. Just take your time and keep practicing. Once you're able to do this shot, what you're gonna do next is with your right thumb, open a section of the deck of cards, just like this, and pull down hard. I'm bending the cards as you see here to illustrate how hard you pull down. So what you do is get ready for the Arrow Shot, pull the edge of the deck down, and then perform the Arrow Shot. This will cause the card to land in the middle of the deck. So get ready for Arrow Shot, open the deck up, and now what you do is as you shoot the card in the air, you slowly move the deck about an inch over to your left. That will cause the card to land in the center where you're pulling down. Now that you've learned Arrow Shot, you are about 90% of the way to learning Arrow, the trick where we toss a card into the air and then it lands right by the spectator's card. All we have to learn now is how to open the deck of cards up at the spectator's card. Let's learn the trick Arrow.
In order to perform Arrow, what you do is you place your ace of spades on the top of the deck face up. And you say this is going to be an arrow to find your card. You then have a spectator touch the back of a card and you push it forward. As you show them what their card is, your right hand does something very sneaky. What it does is it bends the bottom half of the deck. Just like so, it makes a nice bend in the deck. So as you square their jack of clubs back up, now from the front it looks like a normal deck, but from the side you can see there's a big gap in the center. What you're gonna do is perform the arrow shot and use this gap to bend the deck open right at the spectator's card. So now all you have to do in order to find their card is pull down on that bend that you've already made after you do the arrow shot. Now all I do is spread and it will make that ace of spades hit directly underneath their card. And that is how you perform the arrow card trick.
Alright everyone, that wraps up this week's episode of Card Class. I'm your host, John Stessel with Bicycle Cards. If you learn Arrow, please tag us at Official Bicycle Cards in any videos that you post. You never know, you might just end up on the Bicycle Cards page. Alright everybody, we will see you soon.